Subtopik before resistance training. Okay. Apa benda yang perlu penting? Okay, satu, pentingnya kita kena make sure atlet kita tak hydration. Okay, air kena cukup. Okay, kedua, kena make sure kan dia ada tenaga yang cukup. Okay. Tetapi untuk resistance training, kena make sure kan dia ada muscle protein yang pun cukup endurance training atau endurance exercise. Dan the main purpose for the pre-exercise meal consume within an hour or less before resistance exercise. Dia punya konsep dia sama juga, maknanya 1 hour before the exercise. This is the main purpose or the main goal of a pre-exercise meal, which is number one, kita kena make sure kan bahawa to hydrate the athlete, make sure that athlete tak dehydrate. Untuk top off the glycogen stores, which is we know is very important to enhance the performance or to give the energy, and also to decrease the hunger of the athlete. That is the main purpose. And as I mentioned earlier just now, for the resistance training, dia ada tambahan which is a protein. Adding protein to one pre-exercise meal might be advantageous jika kita nak jika atlet tu dia consume tak cukup protein for several hours prior to the training, ataupun their daily protein needs high, and the pre-exercise meal represent an important opportunity to help them to meet their daily protein needs. Maknanya kita kena pastikan bahawa protein ini sangat penting jika memenuhi dua-dua keperluan. Cukup makan protein a few hours prior to the exercise or the training. Yang kedua, kita tahu bahawa the requirements before this is insufficient. Okay, number one, we talk about the hydration. Kita tahu bahawa hypohydration actually can compromise the resistance training performance and also recovery. Jadi hydration ni bukan setakat orang kata untuk endurance sahaja, tapi untuk resistance training juga is very important. Okay. Sebab apa? Okay, cardiovascular strain such as decreases in maximal cardiac output and blood flow to muscle tissue, and therefore dia boleh decline the delivery of nutrients and metabolic removal, and are the possible contributor factors. And we know that hyperhydration juga dia boleh beri impact dekat hormonal response to exercise. Dia boleh enhance stress from resistant exercise and also can impact the training adaptation and etc. Jadi memang sangat-sangat penting kita kena pastikan bahawa when we want to do the resistance training, we are in orang kata dalam keadaan euhydration. However, there are no specific pre-training guidelines for resistant exercise recommendations sebab dia berdasarkan depend kepada hydration status. Macam saya cakap sebelum ni, macam kita tahu bahawa kita ni hydrate ataupun tidak, kita tengok dari segi warna air kencing kita, ada urine color. Kalau keruh sangat tu, it means that we are hypohydration. Okay. Number two, when we talk about before resistant exercise, we know that carbohydrate is very important untuk kita punya muscle, untuk fuel untuk our muscles. Okay. We know that our muscle tissue dia punya preferable untuk fuel dia adalah hanya karbohidrat. Jadi karbohidrat ni juga paling penting during the resistance because dia boleh membantu untuk mengurangkan muscular punya fatigue, and also especially the fast twitch muscle fiber, which is the fast twitch muscle fiber ni dia cepat untuk orang kata penat compared to what we call as slow twitch muscle fiber. And carbohydrate juga penting, okay, again and again, in order to spare the use of protein as a source of energy and also to improve the performance. Okay. Jadi untuk karbohidrat ni, the recommendations, okay, kalau kita tahu the general recommendations adalah 5 hingga 10, so kalau karbohidrat ni around 6 to 10 gram per kilogram of body weight. Namun begitu, untuk before resistant exercise, ini adalah untuk general untuk satu hari. Tapi untuk before exercise or before the resistance training, the recommendation macam saya cakap tadilah, dia sama saja macam endurance, which is about 1 gram per kilogram of body weight 1 hour prior to the exercise. And there are a lot of studies actually have found that the benefits of consuming enough carbohydrate before the exercise. And this is all those the findings lah macam dalam study ni dia menunjukkan bahawa dia perform a series of static contraction of the quadricep at 50% max contraction with 40 seconds of rest between sets until the muscle failure. Bila kita kata muscle failure maknanya kita punya muscles ni tidak boleh buat apa-apa lagi. Kalau kita buat weightlifting tu maknanya kita tak boleh buat lagi. And then time to exhaustion and force output was significantly higher in the group that receiving carbohydrate compared to those yang consume the placebo. So which is very good lah to consume carbohydrate prior to exercise walaupun dia adalah resistant training. When we talk about resistant training, it's not only protein tapi karbohidrat penting untuk bagi tenaga. It's different. Protein tak bagi tenaga. Protein untuk tu synthesis the muscle protein. Tetapi untuk bagi tenaga masih lagi adalah karbohidrat. Okay. And we know that carbohydrate loading, okay, super compensate glycogen stores and improve performance. Okay, we know that it's very good. Okay, kalau untuk bodybuilder, carbohydrate load prior to competition to increase the muscle size, a practice that makes sense physiologically, particularly if they consume lower carbohydrate diet for a few days that follow the carbohydrate loading. Okay, kalau untuk protein ataupun kita kata essential amino acids, when we talk about protein, kalau untuk resistance training, we are more focusing untuk essential amino acid. Where consume prior to exercise or prior to training is actually very important because kalau kita makan cukup protein dan juga essential amino acid, dia boleh enhance the ataupun dia boleh stimulate the muscles protein synthesis ataupun dia punya akronim dia adalah MPS. And prolonged supplementation can improve lean body mass, body fat percentage and also muscle hypertrophy. Protein yang paling penting adalah pre and post sahaja. And during, protein bukanlah perkara yang paling penting untuk resistance training. Selalunya adalah pre and post. Kalau during tu kita more focusing untuk bagi energy. Kalau energy, we are focusing more kepada carbohydrate. Okay. That is for before resistance training. Jadi again saya repeat balik untuk resistance training. Okay, dia ada 3 untuk hydration. It's very important to ensure that the athlete is not hypohydration. In term the carbohydrate intake juga penting sebab karbohidrat akan memberi tenaga kepada kepada resistant exercise. Dan yang ketiga, kita kena make surekan bahawa protein intake juga mencukupi. Kerana protein intake ini, kita tahu bahawa protein intake tadi punya requirements is higher than the usual one. It's about 1.2 to 1.7 dan juga 1.4 hingga kepada 2 gram per kilogram of body weight untuk protein, dan content of the protein adalah mesti daripada essential amino acid sebab protein ini yang akan membantu untuk stimulate the MPS, what we call as a muscle protein synthesis.